Sweet. Welcome for a little coffee inspo. Thanks for coming early, and thanks to our virtual participants from all the way from Alberta to BC. So this is fun. Short and sweet, guys. Sam here needs no real big introduction, although I'll let him introduce himself. And we're going to talk about social media and how to utilize AI content to not just stay top of mind, but to actually win listings and do things that actually bring in money. So Sam, quick intro, and I'll start sharing the screen.
All right. Okay. So I guess it's not going to be a formal pitch of what it is that we do, but I was a realtor about 12 years ago. Still a medallion realtor here in Vancouver. 5 years ago, something hit my head, and I just wanted to create content for other people in the industry. So fast forward to today, we're doing it for over 300,000 realtors. We have 80 people on payroll. We are partnered with NAR and National Association of Realtors. They've actually invested in our company. And what we do is we make sure every day there's content going out, your emails, going out your YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, and so on. The biggest thing with it is content creation itself. It's really hard to create content and be consistent with content creation. So that's what we do. Mm-hmm. And that's in a nutshell.
Love it. For the audience, I mean, you guys create lots of amazing content. What's top of mind for you guys? Challenges you have, things you've been wondering? We have an interactive audience. Anybody want to throw out a question to Sam before we get into some more of his flow?
I do have a question. I've heard of Zoom. What is it like? I think when I was first starting out, I signed up for it.
Okay.
But I wasn't exactly sure what it did. So, like, what does it actually kind of?
I'm going to walk you through it in a bit. So we're going to see it together.
Yeah, I would love to hear more.
Love it.
Can I make it work? Kind of have content ready to go all the time.
Because life is busy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Harnoor is a major hustler. Watch out for Harnoor. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for Harnoor. I didn't even realize you were on the call right now. So that's awesome. We started a voice and oh wow, that's cool. Someone spoke up. That's good. Cool. Well, let's launch in, man. So I'm sure you'll cover a lot of people's, back of mind questions. And again, like interactive, raise your hand. We want to just make it really relevant. But I guess getting into things, that's about you. And of course, Harnoor's question will get answered in a moment. Really quick. What do you think is the biggest challenge for, especially realtors in 2025? I mean, it's like with AI, anyone can make content and there's just more noise. So like, how do you not just add more crap to the pile?
I think one thing we've figured out is your brand is the most important thing to it, and your face. So we've added a script tool now where you can just read the script and create the rest of the content.
Okay.
So you just come in, take like a moment or two, read the script that we give you. It adds your face to it, and the engagement shoots up quite high. The hardest part is being consistent. So you have to be super consistent. You have to be creating content every day, at least a story on every channel. Right?
Is that algorithmically fact? Okay.
Yeah. So So we also have I'm going to walk you through a study that we did with SFU at the end of this presentation. It's just recent, and we published it in various media outlets. But we looked at impact of Instagram and your network size on your average deal flow, days on market on a property, how long does it stay, and all that. So that's another cool thing that I'm going to show you.
Yeah, we love data.
Fairly soon, but I think I could just walk you through the flow of this. So I think something that might be newer for you guys here is, and we've been dealing with this across the board in the US, is the whole change in the buy compensation. So effective August of last year, you cannot put commissions on the MLS anymore in the US. So that's a huge change, meaning that you will have to negotiate your fees before you start touring your home with a buyer. And that's going to be tough. That's a whole change. So we see an exodus of part-time realtors out of the industry because they simply cannot do that. Before, you would just come in and say, hey, I'm free, use me. I'm going to buy your home for you. You can't say that anymore because you have to negotiate a separate fees like lawyers, like you need to get a retainer. So that's a whole change. It shook the industry last year. It's a similar lawsuit in Canada, so you guys are going to see that soon in Canada. And the whole point is, I think, bottom line is, the Department of Justice in the U.S. is seeing that it's not fair for the realtors to keep their salaries and commissions in line with housing inflation. Just want us to drop that fee. I mean, in Vancouver, it's half of what it is in the U.S., so it's not as bad. But the U.S. is 5% of 2 million. It's a little bit too much. So that's why there's in Toronto is the same, right? Toronto is 5% too. Split it both ways. So there is going to be changes coming to Canada as well. That's what we see. The other thing is with AI, there's a lot more to AI than ChatGPT prompts and creating like cookie cutter content. We've been at this for over 4 years now. We've had we read the web every day. We create content based on what's published on the web, and we personalize it so it's published automatically across the board. So, but the hardest part is creating content that's not cookie cutter,
Right.
Because the algorithms just suppress that content.
What's cookie cutter? Just, I mean, it's obvious,
like
but
an image that you generated using AI, and you just have another thing as to like first time home buyer tips. That's just garbage content.
do they take the visuals and or the words, or like, because I mean, there's a fine line of cookie cutter or just like pumping out things at scale with your Canva template. Is that cookie cutter?
Anything that's not branded.
Branded means like your unique brand, face. Okay, just to be specific.
Anything that's not hyper local to your area.
As in, like you've tagged a location, or what do you mean by hyper local?
He's a Kitsilano neighborhood guy, right?
Yeah.
So if he's just putting Canada stats,
For totally, okay.
right? Like they're like, what are you talking about? I'm buying condos in Kits. I'm not buying in like Alberta, right? So they have to be super, super relevant in terms of what you're posting. Otherwise, it's just garbage content.
Yep.
The other thing is like home buyer tips. If you're just shouting it out without actually relating to people, or if there's not relevant information, it just gets suppressed. So
Relating like a case study, or what do you mean by relating?
it has to be interesting. Otherwise, people just skip through it. There's so much noise on social media.
Yeah, but algorithmically, they're also catching on to that. Like, we can tell what content's not going to be that engaging. Like, we just see it. But for the algorithm to sort of have that same judgment is interesting, right? So I just want to dig into that because I had no idea.
What we do is we create content based on your brand. So these are the examples that you see on the screen. So we put you on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And so on, and it's super branded to you. So it could be branded to your team, or it could be branded to you. The whole point is, even if you're creating content on social media, we want you to kind of think of us as the buffer creators, where we're creating every day, and you focus on one amazing content that you create on your own. Because that one amazing content we can't create, right? So there's going to be content that we can't create, and we want you to focus on that specifically, rather than just everyday content. But everyday content that's going to get 1,000 views, leave it to us. Yeah, something that's going to go viral, do it yourself. That's what we've been kind of positioning ourselves.
Yeah, it's a reallocation of calories, right? Effort. You shouldn't be spending calories on some tedious templated thing that, people need to know about the Bank of Canada announcement, but it's much different than like the unique home tour that you're doing, which requires more care. So yeah, I think the relocation of effort, super important, because I mean, we've got other shit to do, right?
This weekend, like, just let us do that. Like, you don't need to create content for that. Like, you're putting a picture saying open house. We can do that.
Sure.
Right. That's the whole point. And then if we just go a little bit deeper into this, I want you to think of every platform as a revenue channel. So I was just talking to
Totally
earlier, and he said, like, I'm doing email marketing, but it's a lot of noise. Other people do it too. Every one of these is a revenue channel. So you should be looking at your email marketing channel, even 300 contacts, 500 contacts. That is a revenue channel. You just have to consistently do it. Instagram, YouTube, and so on. So National Association of Realtors, our partner and investor, did a study last year. They looked at sellers, and they asked them, what is the number one criteria for selecting a realtor? And bear in mind, there's only one interview usually before they go to the next realtor or just decide. The number one thing sellers said that they're looking for an agent or in an agent is marketing beyond the MLS. But think about that. What does that mean? Like marketing beyond the MLS means social media, means email marketing, means running ads and listening.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it means. Like gone are the days where you could just dump content on the MLS with shitty pictures and expecting it to sell in a day. Like,
I have a question.
Mhm.
Can you define the email marketing? Because the social media marketing is just if they see it, algorithm pops up. But for the email marketing, you do need people's information.
so you build up that, like you're hosting open
Okay.
houses, right? Like you
CRM.
just get them to put their information. Everyone at least has 100 contacts. Like if you're
Yeah.
coming to me, you're saying I don't have 100 contacts. I'm
No, yeah.
questioning why. But and if you try, like if you've been in the industry for a year or so, you should have at least 300.
Correct.
The only thing is make sure you have this. And I'm going to walk you through a funnel shortly so you can see it. But I think the whole point of social media is the more you stay on top of mind, the more increased brand recognition you get, the more buyer leads you get, and then the more seller leads you get. So it's fairly simple. But there are three things that must happen with social media. The first one is the right content, which is what we create and what we do. The second part is repetition. Are you putting it on every channel, on every social media? I think that's the key part. And then the last part is targeting. So if you're running ads, are you targeting the right people? Because a lot of times you're just targeting the wrong people. Like, for example, the Facebook boost button that people click on, it usually targets your friends of friends.
Yeah.
Who is your friends of friends? There's been a ton of times where I see realtors promoting this stuff to me from Toronto. Like, why do I need to see an ad from Toronto here? Because I just click on that boost button. So that boost button is the waste of dollars. So you need to basically optimize it. Either learn how to do it or leave it to us to do it. But you just have to be able to know how to actually do the targeting.
Yep, for sure.
Something else that we studied with UBC profs was looking at lead conversion and also social media conversion of content. So the more hyper local you get, the more engagement you get. So basically, it's a 4x difference. If you're putting non-branded, non-local content in your social media, it just gets suppressed. And also, if you're activating a lead, so let's say you have some leads that came to your open house, or you have some leads that came to your ads, and you just captured these. Are you sending them something relevant and in their journey? So an example of that is, instead of sending them, "Hey, I'm Paul, your local mortgage broker," saying, "I noticed that you just opted in for rate assessment or down payment like review, whatever
Audit,
that is."
yeah.
So just sending something relevant, or like something similar to, "Hey, here are the tips to do or to increase your credit score," or "Here are the tips about your first time home buyer grants." Something relevant and useful. The moment you do that and you send in a video, you get 4 times more engagement.
Makes
and
sense.
activation.
So how do you do that in the mass email marketing? So because that's a general thing, they just send it to everyone.
We have journeys. So we have journeys, and you assign everyone to a buyer journey, seller journey, and we do that as well with the content. But the secret of that is content. You need to have the right videos to do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it
Another
would just
question is, like, do you advise for someone that might be able to make the content to just not post?
no.
Or
That is the worst thing. So the people that are judging you for your content
They
are
do
the
actually.
people.
They said you don't need to do that.
Yeah, but they're not paying your bills.
True.
Right? Like the people that are judging you are not paying your bills. The people that are looking at your content are the silent viewers. So always look at the views. Like I'll give you an example. I post something on LinkedIn, it gets 10 likes. But there's thousands of people that are viewing it. That's what I'm paying for. I don't care for your like. Like is the worst metric to look at.
But it's very tangible and emotionally it'll get to you, of course, right? It's pre-wired in us, but
that's how you kind of like, oh, look, they saw it. They liked it.
you gotta fight. Look past the like. Look past the like. Yeah, it's hard though.
You're making a mark on people's mind, and you're reminding them that you exist.
Right.
So every time, like other realtors, let me give you another thing. Like 99% of your followers are not following Sam, the other realtor in your community. So you're worried about what Sam thinks of your content. In fact, he doesn't even care. Like he's creating his own content. He has his own problems, right? But your followers, your audience, they need to hear from you on a daily basis. Like I want you to be that first circle head on Instagram. Like you should be the person that's creating content. And some of us have better advantages than the others. I'll just be blunt about it. Like, yes, if you are showing off cars and other things, you do get more views on a small basis point. But trust me, the consistency beats that, right? So it doesn't matter if you're not showing off a Lamborghini, because that is one content. You're creating a ton of content.
So based on the research you had, actually being active in social media results in success.
I'll walk you through it now. We actually just published it, but I'll walk you through it. So this is an example of semi-branded content. So this is Doris G. She's the board. She's one of the directors at a real estate board of Vancouver. What we do is we basically talk about North Vancouver or Burnaby or basically listings that are branded to Remax and so on. This is semi-branded. We do like ultra-branded as well. But typically we focus on making sure the content is super branded to you. Another thing is, on top of that video, you can also have a script that you actually read over it. That makes it super personalized. That's the hardest thing that we've built. And it's making it even more and more personalized. I mean, if you have Instagram here, I will show you the difference it makes on my Instagram every time. So the average, you want to achieve about 5,000 weekly views on every like across all your channels. It's pretty easy. Like you think of it as, okay, 300 views on one post on Instagram, another story that's under 500, another post. You want to have at least 5,000 unique views.
Doesn't matter with the content.
Whatever you can do to get 5,000, you're in it to win it. Like just think of that metric.
Your best ROI is probably just stories, right? Like 2 stories a day. I don't know, 2, 3 a day.
Whatever you want to do, make sure.
Or on a good reel, for example, like a really nice good reel. Yeah.
Don't create one reel and then just like hide away for 2 weeks and then come back another reel. Like you need 5,000 views across all your platforms. So it doesn't even matter if your email is not getting opened, as long as you're landing there, your name is inside the inbox. Think about that. Like that's a huge stamp of approval. Like all of a sudden, Sam is in my inbox, and just like I think someone from the audience said today, like, we have been in your inbox. You have seen us. You've signed up with us. So that's the point, right? And I think that's the long game that you want to play. And I want to make sure that we understand this. If you're getting 100 leads, and it's hard to get 100 leads, we do this with ads and other things, you're not expecting a full-on closing of all these 100. About 20% of these will get activated, 80% just go to waste. And that's fine. That's normal. Just it's a lead game. So let me show you this, and then we'll come back to, I think there's a delay, a little bit of delay. Okay, this one. So I think this is pretty much why most of the ads don't work. So I want you to think of this funnel as to the foundation of any marketing that you do. So let me break it down. At first, people are fully unaware of you. They have no idea who you are. They don't even give a damn about who you are. Okay? This is when they meet you at an open house. This is when they meet you at a coffee shop, at an event, or at whatever it is, like here, right? My job as Sam is to actually add you on social media, stay in contact, and also get your email. So I pump content consistently to you for another 6 months or so before you're ready to move to the next step. That's the evaluation phase. So again, going from the very top, like think of it as views. Like 5,000 people should view your content. 1% sees that lead, it becomes a lead. Where if you think about it, 5 million people should view your content over the course of the time. Then you get 100 leads. Out of that 100, about 20 of them will consider you for a service. And this is where you need like proper CRMs, email marketing, and so on to actually send text messages, send video messages, and talk with people to actually activate them.
Yeah.
The last part that they do is they Google you.
Harner, you had a question? Or Josiane?
We can't see the screen you're talking
Oh, shit. Well,
Is it like, I think you have to share on Zoom?
sorry, guys. But I think with Sam explaining, you've probably got most of the picture. But yeah, let's this slide is a bit more, I think. Can you guys see the screen now?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just full screen it again. But
Thank you.
oops. But you got to see our pretty faces at least for the first 3 quarters. Cool. Yeah, that's a key slide. I'll just say really quickly, anecdotally, we have sent SMS campaigns specifically on, through our CRM at every rate drop, and like really good response rates. And like think of the channel too. SMS is a precious one. You don't want to overuse it, but for big news, like people you haven't heard of for years, like honestly, months, even years, will say, "Oh, I want to do maybe a variable. What do you think?" And then like pick up the phone. That's obviously our best asset, right? But we have limited time, so it's you pick up the phone for the people that have most raised their hand, and you'll get indications of who wants to be contacted based off of levels of engagement, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, just SMS is a
Think
powerful
of
one.
that, like
Yeah.
if someone has actually opted in to receive more information and is a hot lead, then that's when you like put your energy and you call them. So you should call them, but you should call the right people.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna get a lot of hang-ups, and then you just give up, right? So that's. But think of the last step too, guys. Like if I Google you today, do I see Google My Business profile? Do I see you on Google with a bunch of reviews?
Mm-hmm.
If you have less than 10 reviews, go out there now and get some reviews.
You've got 6 reviews here if you
You
guys
got 6
network
reviews.
properly. We get it, ours. We're on
Think
that.
of what your competitor thinks. You should think of a buyer and a seller and how they Google you. They're gonna Google you right now. They want to see what you have. Like they want to see all your reviews, and we create content out of your reviews too. Like we take your testimonials, post it online,
Repurpose
all
those. That's big.
all that. But the whole point is get people to give you reviews and make sure that the first 5 results are actually your results, like your Instagram, your Facebook, your other channels. Because otherwise, you got to be paying for leads to RW. I mean, RW is a great friend of ours, but
What do we make sure? You can't control SEO.
the more content you post, especially videos, the higher you show up.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I will show you a ton of examples.
Yeah.
Like, with a bunch of realtors that we work
Cool.
with.
Yeah.
So, if you take some key takeaways from this conversation, I want you to also look at your Instagram and see if you're following. Let me see. I think I have Jolie's account here. I just asked him. Okay, yeah. So Totally has good details of like basically where he is. He's in Vancouver, and like he's telling me a lot of cool things. He has a CTA.
Call to action.
One thing I would tell you to do is a little bit over experience, like how many years you've been in real estate. So Totally told me he's been in real estate for 12 years. I don't see that here. Another thing that I would ask him to do is having your phone number. So because a lot of times people just don't call you, right? And they go to this landing page, and social media leads are mostly just want to text you right now. So don't put emails there. No one's gonna email you from social media, but just take a calling, put your phone there. That's okay. So put that in. Another one is every content that you create should be educational, entertainable, and enduring. I think this person.
I think Josiane's dropping from there.
It's just like it has to be like think of it as this. Like this is the same realtor. On the left side, we posted the broker open, and that's in Florida. On the right side, she posted herself with a friend and a puppy. I mean, this is extreme. Like you're doing all the elements that get likes.
That makes sense.
But the more you post like this and mix it with other content, the more you get engagement. So so think about that. Like if you're
it's always get more likes. Those personal things, it's
yeah,
always more
but
engaging.
if you get likes, the next time you post, your content is shown to that same person again. So think of it as this. That's
the setup. It's the setup.
And there's also the reciprocity rule. Like every time you're on social media, you're not browsing content. You're liking and commenting on every damn thing that you see. So you open Instagram, you want to do happy birthdays, you want to congratulate people, you want to talk with people and comment on it, not just like comment on it. This is amazing. You're staying on top of mind. Again,
Mhm.
The next time you're posting, that person is kind of obligated to return the reciprocity. It's a reciprocity rule. So
Yep.
like, think about that.
Actually, I do have a question for this because I'm a fan of Instagram myself, so I post a lot on my social media, but I try to keep separate my business page from my personal page.
That's about it.
So that's about it because that. So, but like, how do you find the balance of like posting about the hike, but then posting about the open house?
That's who you
Sorry,
are.
Shima.
That is your brand.
That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah,
Actually.
yeah. That's who you are. That is you are the brand. Like the person that's behind this is the person that gets people to connect with.
Do you recommend to?
Oh yeah, mix it up all the way. Like you want people to see the real you. Like you want people to think of Atlas. Oh, I'm gonna go to hike. I'm gonna go hiking with her. Atlas. She's a fun person. She's in the gym all the time. Like you have so many good qualities that you want to share with the world.
Mhm.
So they're seeing that, and then yes, your aunt might unfollow you. But who cares?
So it's
Yeah.
okay to share personal life on a.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, be tasteful. I mean, like I think Shiva and I have like completely personal ones and sort of linked to our real estate, and then we have the real estate one. But within the real estate, you still have to be human. So what does that look like, right?
I would counter argue that it would be extra hard to maintain both. You can't maintain two accounts. You're not a corporation.
Oh no, for sure. And for my personal, I just post once in a while when I go on a hike. I post every 3 months, so that one's but it's purely for other stuff.
As long as you do that. I think
Yeah, but don't feel the pressure if I'm going to be 5,000 views per
here's
account.
a study that we just published at Real Estate Magazine. It's also going to T360 and a lot of other media outlets.
Nice.
We basically looked at all the production of realtors 2021 to 2024, 63,000 MLS listings, and this is done with the SFU professor that we work with. Something that we looked at is only a fifth of all the realtors that we analyzed had actual active Instagram. And we could measure that. So like a lot of realtors don't even have Instagram presence. These are like probably the old school guys that still are in business, and they're scared. They're scared of the Instagram realtor. They're scared of social media. We talk to them all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't need it.
Yeah. Well, they do. They do because they're losing.
I've worked with a couple of like not couple like my brokerage. Most of the realtors they don't give a shit about like Instagram and they make like $2 million.
They put like 3 million
because they have their foundations like years.
Well, they've got a database, right? That's what they've got.
Yeah, they have like.
I showed you an example that you probably all know, Berani, right? He's the guy, but he uses it because he knows how important social media is. So like every one of the older people that had a way of generating leads, they're now thinking of, okay, how do I get on this? Because they're losing deals.
Yeah, they can get more.
Yeah. So they want to maximize that as well. And the other thing that we looked at was the follower count and your engagement rate. I mean, this is a little bit text heavy, but I want you to think of this as the more network size you create, and by network size, we mean your followers divided by engagement. So don't buy followers, obviously. But if you're getting followers and it's engagement with the followers, so with engagement, we're tracking like how many views you're getting, how many comments, and how many likes you're getting proportional to your followers.
Views are an engagement, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. Like we track that.
Yeah.
It's super important. So our engines actually track that, and over a span of a year, you get 2.1 more additional sales over 4 years. So, and you're looking at the statistics.
Yeah.
You're looking at numbers here. But again, 2.1 on average is a huge number of deals. Like it's more than 15 grand, 20 grand, right?
Yeah.
So think about that. And it's that's the main impact that we're seeing. Basically, the whole point is don't prioritize follower growth. Focus on regular, frequent posting and optimizing the strongest, post to get that market performance. Another thing that we found is you want to be across any of these categories, right? So you have balanced engagers, and you have 4 different social media categories that you can have as a realtor. And any kind of solopreneur, like for mortgage guys, the same, for insurance is the same, right? So The best performing agents fall into that mass following leaders category. That is basically about 20% higher chance of improving your sales year over year, right? So the whole point is you want the mass following leaders, and those are the biggest networks with high posting frequency and best sales performance that comes out of it. So don't be a minimal participant. Don't be a high engagement specialist. So high engagement specialist is like over the top. You just posting, and you're creating that massive social media outreach. You're connecting to people that are not even in this country. Like you've seen this, right? Like you get influencers that are creating content. I mean, in my community with Iranian people, I've seen so many realtors that are creating content that's like all the way resonating with someone in a different city or different country. That doesn't matter as much.
Mm-hmm.
You want high quality followers to actually create that experience. I think there is no more
Cool.
sides to this, but
Mm-hmm.
I think if I'm leaving you with one thing, it's that funnel.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've seen with my marketing. And another example to this is if you're doing flyers and mailers. I was just talking to Toby about this earlier. Don't do 10,000 flyers. Do 1,000 flyers 10 times in the same neighborhood. So don't do entire kits. Do north of 4th, Yukon to I don't know,
right.
York or whatever. Yeah,
Specificity for
It's
sure.
just better to focus on one neighborhood.
One neighborhood.
Or on building for that matter,
Yeah.
right?
Or if you're hitting an email campaign, do more frequent rather than once every 6 months. Right? Ads, same thing. Like don't target entire Canada.
Yeah.
Target entire North Van for like $30 a day for a sustained period of time. The consistency part is super important. And then you go down to the awareness side, and then you just have a system for pumping content on social media and your email marketing. We do help you with those. And also your CRMs and lead nurturing, super important to send personal content. The biggest agents that we see in New York and Miami and LA are actually utilizing the database the most. So they have this huge lead base.
Yeah.
But most of the sales are coming from the database.
And you mean email and SMS marketing specifically?
Email, SMS marketing, getting them back on social media,
Sure.
And putting it in buckets, right? So like when you have a hot lead, then start calling them. You know who's at what stage of the buying journey. So think of that as well.
Yeah, and a big thing that we do is like the second that we get a referral and we have that first 10-minute conversation, I'm already thinking about like I may never talk to them. I mean, again, quite frankly, or for a long time. So I try to figure out, of course, timeline, how they want communication, but also like are they a first-time buyer and self-employed, and they have a down payment problem? We literally have a list of 20 different categories that are basically buyer journeys. And then again, that first meeting, if I can understand where they're at, and if we don't talk for a while, I can tag them as self-employed and a first-time buyer. And that, by the way, I've created like 8 preloaded emails that'll go out across a year for the first-time buyer and for the self-employed. And it'll be like, hey, Shima, it's been a while. Did you see what happened on the news? That's a sure bet. There's always something on the news, right? Being self-employed, have you thought about this? Or, hey, it's tax season soon. Do you know how much you're claiming this year so that you don't overclaim because you don't want to pay extra taxes? But if you underclaim, you're not going to have enough mortgage. So think of the buyer journey, and then think of like creating a workflow of automated emails you can just trigger at certain cadences. But that first meeting, when you tag them, even if you don't have the emails, you can at least filter those leads at a certain point in the future where there's a new first-time buyer news, and you've got your segment of people, and you just filter, and then you just call them or send an SMS. But segmenting with the future in mind is like pivotal. And you're only going to really do that in that first meeting. And it's got to be set up on your CRM, and you have to like have it in your script. Make sure you figure out the segment, tag them. That's the most important thing that I found for like a long-term game.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole game, right? So like think of databases, think of funnels, and you'll be golden. So that's it.
Love it, Sam. Thanks for your time. For our online viewers, any last questions before we start to mingle and be noisy here? Or Nur, Josiane? Thumbs up, totally.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Shoot.
It's about Instagram. So most of the videos are like 1,000 views. Instagram, for some reason, it's just like it doesn't go over like 200, 300, 400. That's like the maximum it goes for some reason. But the same video on TikTok is getting thousands of views. Yeah, I can't figure out how to get engagement on Instagram.
I think 400 is not necessarily bad if you post it consistently. So if you're posting every day, you're gonna get to that 5,000 a week. It's not hard. So don't be fooled by the numbers. It doesn't matter if people in China are viewing your content, right? And there's a ton of controversy around the views on TikTok because like we spend over $5 million a year on ads, and we have run TikTok ads. We get leads from it, but they're not converting. We've run a ton of ads on Instagram. They're still the best bang for your buck. Cost per lead is more, still $20 a lead, but you get far more conversion out of it. And even for realtors, where we're growing our network, same thing. Like TikTok is very mysterious in terms of views and counts and who views it. So I think the question is who is viewing your content? Who is the actual viewer? Do you want millions of viewers that don't buy, or do you want
Totally.
15 people that actually remember?
Yeah, and some realtors I've seen kill it on TikTok and mortgage brokers. So it depends on your audience and what the niche content is. But I think that maybe more virality possibilities on TikTok. But like, are you going to base a business on virality? Probably not. But you want to throw it in the mix if you have the capacity and you can redistribute. Does that help, partner?
Yeah, for sure. Even if it's like 200 views, just keep doing it.
Yeah, every day. That's the key.
The consistency. Totally. You had a last question here?
Yeah, I just wanted to we did it very briefly. Like, if you were to describe to somebody who has never been on the Roomvoo before, like what is Roomvoo like? What's the process of somebody joining Roomvoo, and like how do they, get content? How do they work with Roomvoo?
So you actually just sign up on Ruby.com.
Yep.
Simple. Create your account. It's free. You see your dashboard for free as well. And you see the content that we're going to create for you. You're going to see how everything works. And then we can always give you a demo, personalized demo of how this actually works, how we create content. The main difference that we have with other platforms is we do it for a sustainable amount. You don't want to spend over $200 a month on social media. So if you're doing that, you won't be consistent. Yes, you can spend $5,000 a month, but can you do it on a consistent basis? You can hire a social media guru that does it for you. You won't be consistent.
It's basically like a Canva, right?
It's not that. If it's like a Canva, you don't remember to come back to it.
Do you guys do this Roomvoo post for you?
Yeah. We create the content, we post it for you, we do your email marketing, we do your lead nurturing, all of that. Because we as realtors want customization, but suck at consistency. So we've solved both of those problems. So we've made it personal. The only thing that I'm telling you is this: like, we have a tool that creates the personal recording. Use that. That's the secret. Because every day we're gonna post content, and you can just add your own narrative to it. So I'll show you my Instagram. Or do you have Instagram on this logged in?
Yeah.
It would be useful to see the difference of every time that you forget to customize it versus. So you can think.
No, give me a second. Yeah, I'll do it here. Let's go. Here. Third one down. Yep.
Yeah. So here's an example. Every time, so these posts are all made by Roomvoo for me, and we do stories, we do posts. These are like all my listings because I know I'm busy, and if you're a group and you're a team, we can actually create that. But let me see if there are any recent posts. Oh yeah, so I'll highlight. Yeah, okay, we can see them highlights, but
see the screen.
you can't see the screen again. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's just your desktop.
Okay, sorry. How's that?
I think you need to reshare. I think we stopped. But I wanted to just show you a simple.
Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, I got it. Oh yeah, hold on.
I
Um,
haven't been able to see anything since the start.
okay, I think I got it here, guys. How's that?
Can you guys see it now?
Okay.
Okay. So
Sorry,
take a look at
guys.
This that's all right.
Lots of DJing here.
Lots of DJing. But take a look at this, right? So every time, even this post that looks like very machine made gets 400 views, right? Now, I want you to kind of pay attention to this because the times I forget to personalize my post, I still get 500 views. And these are the contents that are automatically made by RoomView. So it's very personalized. It posts it. But even with this, people do get used to your content. So we've created this scripting tool where you can actually read the content. So here I'm just reading it at the back of my computer, but the engagement and views actually go up at least twice, at least 3 times. So compare this with this. Every time you add your face to the content, the engagement shoots up. Every time you forget to do it, the engagement goes down. So that's something to consider. And we have various tools for personalizing it. So you can have like this, where you can just read the content across the board. Or like this is my favorite, where you can just add the narrative. And yes, I do create content that is made just by myself. But look at the time and effort that it took. It took me like 2 hours to create this on CapCut and all that, and it's slightly performing better. So yes, there is that massive content that you can create, and you should create it. But can you do consistent posting? Leave that to us, and be on Instagrams and so on. Another thing that I would leave you with is this is how you own your name. So this is a realtor in Chicago. If I actually search him, Nick Liebert, what do you see here? You see his Google My Business profile, then you see his Instagram, and this is the first time I'm Googling him on your laptop,
On my laptop.
right?
Yeah. I don't know who he was.
All of these are actually our videos being on YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, and so on. And you can actually see these are our videos being posted and showing and ranking on social media. Like ranking on Google, like the content that you post as a video ranks far higher on Google now than the content. And he does that too. Like he does have his own narratives to the content as well. So again, here you can see like he's just adding that narrative. And we have it branded to everyone, and it's super branded to you. But this is how we've actually hacked the algorithm, adding your face to the content.
Sure.
But the thing is, like, you just search his name. We have to make the videos ourselves and then sending it to you.
No, you just use the app. Like if you look here, he just read the script, and then after that it goes to the main video. We give you the script, you just read it, and boom, done. Takes 10 seconds to customize.
This is a mobile app people do it on? You guys have your own mobile app. You record directly on there, and then it plugs into the content calendar. Okay.
That's how you actually change the social media algorithms. That's the only way to do it. Otherwise, you can't. It's just, you can't do it.
Yeah, I was asking like that you were answering. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. So yes, that's the question that we answered. You do it on a mobile app. It takes 10 minutes per week.
So
You just read the content.
Me talking and then you guys.
Yeah. I even have some hacks, like you can change the background. You can basically have different shirts with a jacket to
filters.
Yeah, filters. You have filters there too. I mean, it's not a full product demo, but you can just go to roomy.com and we can give you the, or I can just ask our team to give you a call later on too, if you're interested. So that's that should be easy.
Yeah, let me know, guys. I'll make the link easy.
But yeah, the whole point is whoever you're using, just make sure you're consistently posting every day, and make sure you're at least on 5 social media channels. So I would not accept this excuse that, hey, LinkedIn is not working for me, TikTok is not working for me, because that seller is going to look you up. And they want to see something similar to this.
Google.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, guys, see it as at least an SEO thing. I didn't really realize that myself, you know?
Related to SEO, like for example, like you search his name.
Right.
Like if the person doesn't know this person, like doesn't know.
So over time, like you see some of this.
Real estate in Florida.
Yeah.
How like when it comes out, which one is like.
So take a look at this, like for example, Illinois property tax system set to review. If you're searching for Illinois tax, this will show up. It's a video, and algorithms actually do decipher the videos. to know what's happening in it.
Yeah, like you're indexing for keywords as well. And do people tell you, hey, Sam, my 5 keywords are first-time buyers, Kitsilano,
So you see
da-da-da-da?
those hashtags?
Yeah.
That's what he automatically.
And that's part of the onboarding. And so it might not be as direct as when you put in his name, but I'm sure there'll be something there versus it being like just you with your one, Google profile. And then
Honestly, SEO is dying. Like we see with the whole evolution of ChatGPT, Gemini, all those things. There's less and less searches going on. There's more and more questions that you would ask Perplexity or ChatGPT and so on. So
does ChatGPT pick up on some of the posts when you ask it a question? Social posts or
we have seen that, but what you want to do is avoid creating. Hey, like the commands that you put to ChatGPT, like the early ones that every realtor does, like create a content for home buyers and Kitsilano. That's just very generic. Don't do that. Like everything that we do is coming from the news. It's coming from credible sources. Because you want to have something like we use AI to summarize the credible source, not just hallucinate and give you gibberish.
Got it.
That's what's happening. I can show you a ton of realtors that just have like templated content and it's just not working.
Yeah, and
10 years ago, not anymore.
Yeah, and it goes on to personalization. Like, forget the algorithms, guys. It's just like when you're looking at your own post, hopefully as an objective buyer, like what feeling do you get in terms of, is this person genuine? Is this relevant content, hyper local? Like, just think about like what I want to see this post, which is very hard when you're on the go, posting, keeping up with everything. To take like a second, like one breath before you hit publish, be like, okay, genuinely, is this something that I think is adding relevant value to someone? Maybe, I think even just that one breath could make a big difference. So try to work on that as you mix it in with the algorithm stuff. I know we're way over. Online audience, you guys are awesome. Love the questions. And thanks everyone else for coming early. And thank you, Sam. This is great, man. It's lots of content. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you for taking the time out of your day, man.
Likewise, Horner. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Paul.
Of course, anytime. Got your back. Cheers, guys. Of course. Yeah, of course, guys. This is awesome. Love it. If I were to continue doing this monthly, any requests on like next speaker, next topic, how you change it? You can also marinate on this, but I do want to get some of the feedback.
I think this was really good. I mean, I believe in his product. I know him very well. So no bias, but I think it's really good
nice.
About like consistency doing something like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are more realtors, sometimes there are more mortgage brokers, sometimes there are clients joining. It's actually quite beneficial.
Nice. So you're saying you guys wouldn't mind if I mixed it up with other professionals or okay. Okay.
Of course, like you have circle needs to be changed.
Love it. If you guys have suggested speakers, let me know. Right, we're taking in anyone. The whole idea is to help you guys as professionals to grind a little bit less, right? Be a bit more work smart, and show up with a full cup. That's what your clients and your family deserves.
Too, so you can get it done before 9 a.m.
Yeah, I was thinking, is 8 too early? Would you guys rather do like a 10 a.m. where you can sleep in a bit, or is that 8 good before the workday? All right. Okay, some showings are as early as 9.
10 a.m.
Okay, good to know.
How about 10 a.m.?
Okay. Well, next month I'll shoot out the next date, and I'll get a speaker locked in soon. But this is awesome, guys. Welcome again. Thank you so much.